Good morning. Happy Friday. This stuff with DeCastro versus Abrams et al. Has been going on now for a couple months. And the DeCastro versus Ironton saga has been going on for a couple months. And Chili has spent very little money. He spent about $800 roughly, $400 to file in Ohio and $400 to file in Massachusetts. He gets to prepare and serve all the motions he wants, and they don't cost him anything other than incidental cost of whatever portion of his internet access he uses up. Just incidental costs. He doesn't actually have to pay filing fees or anything to do this stuff in federal court. So with that knowledge in mind, I want everybody to rethink qualified immunity. You remember how I was saying, I don't really think qualified immunity is a bad thing because really it gets rid of the shit. It gets rid of the shit cases, the cases that aren't going to go anywhere. 99 times out of 100, it gets rid of shit cases because you have to remember that there are prisons and jails full of people who aren't necessarily the best people in the world. They may not be altruistic. They may not be the turn the other cheek kind of people. They may be the kind of people who feel entitled, who feel like society owes them something, who feel like they deserve special treatment. And they may be litigious because they have nothing but time on their hands. And so you see a lot of lawsuits in federal courts against jailers, against police officers who arresting police officers. You see a lot of them. They come quickly. They come often. The courts are full of them. The main restriction, the biggest actual impediment to the jailhouse lawyer is, generally speaking, they are filing in forma pauperis, which means, I'm probably saying that wrong. It's Latin. It means that they're basically getting a fee waiver. So they get to file for free, but in order to do that, they have to submit a copy of their complaint to the court, and the court gets to look at it and see if there's actually, if it appears just prima facie, just on the face of the complaint, if there is any validity to it. If they're not saying that, I wanted a brand new toothbrush every 2 weeks and they're making me wait 2 months to get a new toothbrush. Something like that. So the court gets to look at it, and before they grant the fee waiver, they can look at the complaint to see if it's actually something that needs to be adjudicated. And if it's not, they can deny the fee waiver. So that's really the only constraint on a jailhouse attorney filing a lawsuit. And just imagine if we as a society wanted to hire jailers and we had to be like, look, bro, you're going to get sued every day. There's going to be a new lawsuit against you. And there's no real way that you can make it go away. You got to go all the way to trial on this son of a bitch. So you want to do that for $60,000 a year? And incur $300,000 to $500,000 in attorney fees in the same year? Do you want to basically give all of your salary plus 5 times your salary to attorneys every year for the pleasure of being a prison guard? Of course they wouldn't accept that. Of course they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't. Who's gonna take that job, right? Who's gonna do that? So as a society, we're like, okay, look, we give people the right to sue at the drop of a hat. We give people that right. But we also need jailers. We also need police officers. So to kind of balance these two out, we're going to give police officers and jailers qualified immunity. And what that is going to do is that's going to help defray some of the costs. That's going to weed out some of the really shit claims earlier into the litigation, in the hopes that it's going to ease the burden on you so you can actually be a police officer, be a jailer, not spend 5 days a week in court and tens of thousands of dollars a week in attorneys to be in court, when what we're trying to hire you to do is to be in the jail or to be on the streets patrolling. Does that make sense? Now that you've seen how easy it is for someone as unsophisticated as Chili, as brand new to this nonsense as Chili, if you see how easy it is for him to tie up people in court and to rack up those attorney fees. Now do you see why qualified immunity is a good idea? I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect. I would never say it's perfect. But think of a better way to A, allow people to sue, and B, still have police officers and jailers. Think of a better way. And if you come up with one, write your congressman, write your senator, write your state legislator, write your governor, write somebody. Let people know your amazing idea to be able to have both the ability to sue and police officers in the same society, because that would be great. And if you disagree with me on my position on qualified immunity, great. Great. If you think that police officers are just assholes and they should just be sued off the face of the earth, great. You're entitled to your opinion. But most people want to have police officers. Most people don't want to have to fist fight it out whenever they have a problem. Most people don't want to have to pay people to protect them. I mean, specifically to protect them instead of just paying taxes to have society run a police force. So, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. If you want to have that opinion, great, but it doesn't make a lot of logical sense, at least. But if it does, tell me in the comments. Explain to me in the comments why qualified immunity needs to go away and what you would do to replace it so that we can still have a society where you can freely litigate, where you can file whatever you want to sue someone and still have police officers and jailers. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.